mean, lest we forget, we're still 3 weeks shy of Bobby Witt Jr.'s 24th birthday, and there is a literal captain in the clubhouse in Salvador Perez. And so as much as it is Salvy's clubhouse, and it is also, in a way, Bobby Witt Jr.'s clubhouse. And he's really matured and learned how to be a leader both vocally and by example. I think he learned a lot from his experience at the World Baseball Classic last season, spending time around those guys and seeing how they go about their business and how they impact the people around them. But you ask what makes Bobby Witt Jr. special, I think it's all of the things that have made him special since the Royals drafted him second overall in 2019. I mean, hitting coach Alex Zumwalt, who was the director of hitting performance and the minor league hitting coordinator for a while when Witt was coming up, he said to me once that he watches Bobby Witt Jr. play and he wants his kids to play like Bobby Witt Jr. plays because he has a smile on his face all the time and he's just having fun playing the game. And I don't think there's any higher praise that you can get from a hitting coach or any person than I want my kids to be like you, or I want my kids to play like you. And then you throw that in with like the ability that he has to occasionally be a goofball every now and again and keep it light. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen, I mean, if you haven't already noticed, that the boys are playing some ball, and the boys are playing some ball because Bobby Witt Jr. is helping them play some ball. And so what makes him special? He plays some ball, Jake. Bobby Witt Jr. plays some ball.
And I'll just say, listen, we could do, again, whole pot on Bobby Witt, but he's like the most obvious thing about the Royals that people understand, but I appreciate that insight. I'll just say that the home run he hit last night, 468 feet, that is not a home run. I believe it was top 10 farthest home run in StatCast era in Kansas City. And if you go watch the handful of other home runs that were hit to that part of the park, it's Miguel Sano, it's Jorge Soler, it's Chris Davis with a K. It's guys who are not the fastest player and also an amazing shortstop.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
I think the best way to put it.
So he hits that home run. It lands upper tank to the left of straightaway center, which is just absurd. But what doesn't show up, or maybe it does show up on StatCast metrics nowadays, I don't know. There was a pretty heavy crosswind last night going from left to right. And if you've ever been to Kauffman Stadium, you know that when the wind picks up here, the wind picks up here, and it is a factor, as Denny Matthews loves to say. And it was a factor last night, and somehow Bobby hits this ball 468 feet, dunking it into the upper tank on a Casey Mize splitter. I mean, my jaw dropped. I've never seen a ball land there, even in batting practice. I know others in Kansas City have seen balls land there before, but that was the first time I'd ever seen it happen, and that was absurd.
And the cool thing is, it won't be the last time for Bobby Witt Jr. Jake Eisenberg, thank you so much for joining us and giving us, and Royals-splaining us, and getting the other Jake on board for this Royals bandwagon. We appreciate the insight, and enjoy the rest of the season, my friend.
Yeah, Jake, welcome to the bandwagon. We're happy to have you.